Game Network, contemplating, sitting here thinking about the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, and his mandates. His mandates. So pretty soon, well, it's not pretty soon, it's happening now. You know, people are quitting their jobs in mass droves. Healthcare workers are calling it quits because they don't want to get vaccinated. And this new mandate is a directive to all employers in the country that employs over 100 people. They have to get vaccinated. They have to show proof that they're vaccinated. So this is where we at. Never did I think in a million years that, the United States of America, this is where we at now. So, and whether you anti-vaxxer or however your belief is, whatever your your stance on that position is, there's a bigger question. And the bigger question is, do you approve of Joe Biden's policy on this? Do you approve of it? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if this was covered during his campaign or whatever. I'm pretty sure some of the smart people out there can enlighten me. I don't remember. Maybe the question wasn't going that far as far as the vaccination, because it was vaccine and being vaccinated. Would it ever come to this point? If the numbers go up, was there a question to him stating would he be in favor of mandates in regards to wiping out this pandemic? So if there's anything out there in the ethers that somebody can, a link or whatever, can show me if that question was asked, I would like to know what was his response back then. And number two, far as could this be considered unconstitutional? Because I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Is it infringing? Of course, it's infringing on people's rights. But if it's a national security issue as far as health, does that supersedes? And I guess the president is the only person that can do a mandate like that. So maybe that's answering the question. I find it's a slippery slope, but this slippery slope has happened starting with the 9/11 tragedy, the Gulf War, and the Patriot Act. So, and this was some of the critiques of that act back then. The people were saying it wasn't anti-American, it wasn't anti-war. They were just, they were looking at the bigger, long-term, bigger picture, so to speak. But if you ask me, I'm not for that mandate. I'm not pro mandate like that. Now, I believe people should take the necessary cautions to get themselves a layer or barrier of protection. And the vaccine is available. It's free. It's available for you to get it. A lot of people are afraid because they're apprehensive about it because of the fact that they said it was too soon in the making. That's a concern of theirs. What's in it? What's the long-term effects of your body? They're kind of cautious about that as far as the long-term effects to your organs or your body. And those are legit questions. There's a huge majority who feels they don't trust the government. You can look back to the Tuskegee Institute for that experiment that they did back then. So and plus things that they have done to people of color as far as experimenting and this, that, and the other. So there's not a trust out there. And I get that part of it too. But my question is Joe Biden. When he was campaigning, was that question asked of him or anything similar to that if it goes, like I said, if the numbers continue to get out of control, increase? Back then, the vaccine wasn't available. It was in development under Trump. So, and I don't even know if Trump was asked that question as well. He might have been, but not sure. Or any other candidate, for that matter, who was campaigning to be the president of the United States. So, it is a different element and a different area we are at in regards to this coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic. And it's not just us, it's all around the country. So I saw some people in Europe, I believe, not sure, I think it was France or somewhere, they were literally a big street fight over masks. And people being vaccinated. They couldn't go in restaurants, so this caused some type of ruckus or whatever. But it was really a brouhaha. So, interesting. Where are we going? Everything is changing. Stuff is changing. The prophecy, so to speak, is developing and happening. So, we're treading on new times. You have all kinds of stuff that's happening throughout the world, but the pandemic is really putting a lot of people on edge in regards to the anxiety, people's mindset, frustrations, and their fears. That's, on both sides. You have to be mindful. If you're not wearing a mask or if you're not going, you're not protecting yourself, you don't want to bring or happen to contract the virus and bring it home to your family or anyone. I know mindfully you're not trying to do that with your civil liberties. You just want to go about your business and be free. But at the same time, you have to understand where we at with this disease. And the numbers suggest that if we would have jumped on this mask initiative from the beginning, we wouldn't have had as many deaths because we didn't know too much about it. So now that we know about it in science, whether you trust the scientists or not, you have some type of you have different perspectives that you can kind of piece together. But the whole thing is, you just don't want to go out here and just be bringing stuff back, infecting people, your co-workers. So it has to be universally, universally, you just have to make it universal for people to have to be one message. But I think the thing is that a lot of people, there's been so many mismessaging and stuff like that. So tread lightly, be cautious, stay safe. Mint Game Network. Take care.